Hello, everyone. Uh, so basically, I just want to finish the conversation that I was having about, Ciara Monique Williams. Because I wasn't done talking about her from the last video, so I just want to continue on with the subject. So with her, there's some new information that I'm bringing to the table that I just recently found out myself, and I'm making a video to expose her character and the way she's treated me, so that hopefully other people can chime in and expose her character, expose the type of person that she is, what she's willing to do to people, innocent people, her own family, the people that love and support her. So I want to put my 2 cents in real quick. Okay, so where I left off in the last video was just basically me kind of talking about how, uh, I got kicked out, and then I was staying with her for a little bit, and then, her mother found out that I was staying there, and, she was kind of like, well, you gotta go, and, it's over. So from then on out, within that time span, I actually ended up finding out that the reason why she threw me under the bus, like, and what I mean by throw me under the bus was like, the reason why she trafficked me, the reason why she sent a lot of men to attack me, was because she molested me when I was young, and she didn't want anyone to find out what she did to me. So basically, she essentially ruined my life, and had all eyes on me, had me as a target. She character assassinated me. She turned everybody against me. This includes like friends, family, anybody that you could think of that was originally a supporter. Started kind of looking at me funny because she went out of her way to make it look like I was the villain. So she went out of her way to make it look like she was she was sweet and innocent, and she was the victim, and she kind of painted me out as the villain. And uh I'm not really upset with the people who believed her story, because I'm just going to be 100% honest. She was very calculated with every move that she made to assassinate my character, to throw me under the bus, to screw me over. Whatever she did to me, it was calculated. She did everything that she could to not leave a trace. She did everything that she could to make it look like I was mentally unstable, or that I was autistic, or whatever it was. Like, and I'm not throwing any shade towards anybody that's autistic. Like, there's nothing wrong with being autistic. It's just, even if I do, like, say if I were to find out later in life that I do have autism or I'm on the spectrum, let's just say that she kind of blew it out of proportion to make it seem like I was schizophrenic or something, or she tried to make it seem like I was delusional. And because it was so calculated, because it was so well thought out, that honestly, if I look back at my behavior and how I reacted to her, how things kind of played out, I could see why people thought that I was the problem. I could see why people thought that there was something wrong with me. I could see why people thought that I was the abuser. I could see why people thought these things. Like, honestly, like, whether they were my enemies or not, I could see why people thought that I was the problem, because the way things was looking, if I hadn't spoke up and told my story about my side of what happened, if memories had not unlocked for me, I would have thought that I was the problem. Because there was a point in my life, throughout most of the connection that I had with her, I thought that I was the bully. I thought that I was the abuser. I thought that I was the aggressor. But then when I kind of made up my mind that I was just going to cut her off and never speak to her again, and when I say never, I mean never, it started to become very clear that I was the problem. And people started to see that I wasn't the problem. And it took me some time to really gather and to accept that I wasn't the problem. And I didn't know this at first. I just didn't know. Um, like I said, because the only thing I could remember was me reacting to her, me snapping on her, me being upset with her. But the secrets that she kept from me and other people are so bad that I had to come out and speak publicly about what she had did, how poorly she treated me. So for some of y'all who may be new to this topic, and who don't know how poorly she's behaved with me, I'm gonna give a refresher for those who don't know what I'm talking about. Well, see, um, and let's just say, I didn't know that she was a relative. First of all, I didn't know this at all. Like this was information that was being hidden from me. I thought that she was just a classmate. I didn't know that she and I share a similar lineage, whether it was through marriage or like through blood. Whatever it was, she's family. She's blood. I didn't know this. So I'm dating someone that is a relative and I don't even know. I had no idea. So for the people who knew that we were related, they were probably looking at me thinking like, what's wrong with you? But I didn't know. If I had known, I would have never if I had known that she was my relative, I would have never approached her in that manner because that's inappropriate. I don't engage in incestuous behavior. You know what I'm saying? Not consensually, at least. So when I didn't find out that she was my relative until after the relationship was over. Like I don't even want to call it relationship because it feels inappropriate. It doesn't feel right. It feels, disgusting to for me to accept that I dated someone that was a relative. So that's gross. And when I found out about it, I was very pissed off. But like I said, I found out about this after this was years after the relationship was over. Years after I gone no contact with her, I found out. I don't know why I didn't find out why I don't know why someone didn't tell me this earlier. But this goes to show the toxicity within my family and how it was a cycle. Like it's hard for me to point the finger at just one person because this was a cycle in my family: incest, pedophilia, all that type of stuff. Rape, human trafficking, slavery. Like all of this is in my family. I mean, it's in a lot of people's family, but if I'm talking about myself, it was a cycle. It was a cycle that had to be broken. And I was one of the people in my family that was willing to break that cycle. And there are other relatives in the family that didn't want to participate in this type of heinous and cruel behavior. And so they stepped away. And I respect that, and I applaud the family members who did not partake in this inappropriate behavior. And I respect the family members that decided to get up and walk away from the toxic members of my family. And just know that anytime I talk about my family and you're one of those members, if you know that you're not engaging within this type of behavior, don't take anything I say personally. If it don't apply, let it fly. Just know that there's members in the family that participate in this type of behavior and it's unacceptable. That's why I'm speaking on it now. That's why I'm speaking about Ciara. So the reason why I'm speaking about her specifically is because the things that she has done is so bad that I didn't really have a choice but to expose it because of the way I'm living right now. Like this woman, she stole millions of dollars from me. She stole millions of dollars from me and had me like to the point where I had no money at all. I had nothing to my name. And I was out on the streets begging for food. Like that's how selfish and cruel and abusive that she was and controlling that she was. She stole millions. I'm not talking a couple hundred. I'm not talking about no measly little couple thousand. She stole millions, multiple millions, not just 1 million or two, but she stole millions of dollars from me and didn't offer a helping hand at all when I was out on the streets. The government had more compassion for me than she did. You know what I'm saying? Like, from her, I got nothing. And she took all of my money. All of it.